again, as I'm looking at these times, and I'm gonna forecast it right now. I mean, we're seeing again those top six crews. Obviously, they're all going to be split up amongst the semifinals,
Yeah.
and then you'll have your 8 through 12. I think that we're going to see two races within one race unfold within those semifinals. So you're going to have your top crews kind of on their island of their own, and then you're going to have that 8 through 12 crews. You're going to have them, fighting for a spot, and there's going to be obviously those top crews are going to get one of those spots, two of those spots. But there may be another spot up for grabs. I got to look at the progression. But there's one maybe 8 through 12. There may be only one more spot to get into that A final,
Yeah.
and they're going to have to duke that out in order to get that final spot.
Yeah, I mean it's utterly amazing. Like I'm looking at these times, and you have you have 8, like you said, 8 through 12, all 8:20, all 7:27.
Yeah.
Within a second of each other. And so I think that these teams will have to go back. They'll have to regroup, and they'll have to say, all right, we know the competition is going to be fierce. What are we going to do? What is our strategy? They have a little bit of time to think about that. They'll get their lane assignments, and they have to be ready to race by this afternoon.
Absolutely. And so I mean, it'll be interesting to kind of see how they approach this. I don't, Akil, I'm not sure if you've been in a position to where you've done a time trial and saw within your 6 places, all within a second. I've never experienced that, through my career. You've been in the game longer than I have. Like, if you have, please tell me how you approach that. But if you haven't, I mean, is there any way, put your coach hat on, that you would, tell about, like, what would that strategy look like?
Yeah. And, I think that each crew is different, and coaches coach their teams, depending on the crew. I've been in some tight time trial races, and, knowing that you're going to the line, and basically in those situations, you have to, like, race like it's the final. I had a coach that told me, it's like, show up at every race. It's like you have to be able to race until they tell you you can't. And so the destiny is in these crews' hands. They'll be looking across. They'll have a little bit of an opportunity to have a foil in the other crews, but they know that they have to prepare for a hard race. They know that there's going to be another crew beside them. It's not like, oh, we're going to get ahead and we're going to sit on this lead. It's like there's going to be someone there, because all of these young crews are hungry and they're ready to race.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if we have the official times for the quadruple skulls. I believe it was the men's U17 that wrapped up, and we can take a look at those times, and like you said, I mean, we're seeing some pretty tight times, especially for we see Olympia area and Cooper all within a second. Obviously, that's 3rd and 4th, and that's deciding medal, no medal. And so I think we got some exciting racing ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting too. You have Belen Jesuit Prep. They've been here. They have put out some good scholars before. They came across and raced with 6:12. They came down the course in the time trial. Close to a 4-second lead, 5-second lead on anyone else. So they've got to feel good about that. But the reality of the situation is that everyone else is still there within striking distance, and they're going to be able to really come in. So in this, we had Belen Jesuit Prep, followed by Maritime Rowing Club, followed by Olympia Area Rowing Association, followed by Cooper Junior Rowing Club, followed by Maritime Rowing Club, followed by Germantown Friends School Rowing Club, and Narragansett Boat Club, and then in that 8th spot is Long Beach Junior Crew. Now, there's another 8, going down to the 16th spot that will be racing for that championship title in the AB finals. But you got to look. I go down to this line again, and it's, you have St. Andrews Rowing Club just missing out on that top 16. And so once again, I think that this is a testament to how much training the youth crews are doing these days, how well the coaches are preparing them to come here and race in these conditions. It's warm, there's humidity, you have to be consistent, and you really have to be on your game.
Absolutely. And again, with the men's U17, I mean, we're well aware that Belen Jesuit has always, put on a clinic coming out of the Southeast, and they really put on a clinic in the Southeast. I had the opportunity and pleasure of commentating over there, and I mean, it like they just they just dominate those Cox quads, like especially the U17s, the U and below. Is like they have a method to their madness, and they always come out and show out. And so it'll be interesting to see with the dynasty that they have, how the other crews are going to respond to them, and maybe dethrone them as they are known to take the men's U17 quads and below all the younger quads as well. So that's what the semifinals are for, and then finals. Bell and Jesuit makes the final. We'll see if somebody can put the pedal to the metal and give them a run for their money.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm excited about is seeing crews. Like obviously this is the national championship, so you have crews from different regions, but because you take a group of crews from each region, it's nice to see that there is sort of this diversity in the regions of the school, so that it speaks to the strength, I think, of programs all across the country. And so right now on the course, before we wrap up, we have the women's U17 quad in action, and we've already have some times in that top 5 coming down. Founders, who started out in the fifth spot here, is so far has the fastest time of the day. There's a number of crews left in this race, but we'll see how it goes.
Easy day. More fast racing, less speak into existence that all the storms stay away and Mother Nature blesses us, and we have a smooth day catch up, and one day closer to crowning national champions.
Yeah. Before we head off here, though, you had the chance to speak with Sarah McCullough about sort of some of the decisions that were made yesterday and the safety. You have a small recap on that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, it was the way she explained it was flawless. So I am not by any means going to be able to just match how flawless it was. But what I capture from that is obviously we have these time trials. Lunch will be a little bit shorter, but they're going to pretty much crunch everything in. It doesn't seem like anything won't be cut. Don't quote me on that, but no cuts seem to have been made, and so obviously they have prepared. They were prepared for the storms to roll in. They were prepared to have contingency plans set in place in order to give everyone still that fair shot, the fair reps going down the course. And I mean, I think that's an awesome job. I mean, we had starts and stops, and obviously we weren't on time with a lot of the stuff yesterday, but we're still going according to plan in terms of getting boats out onto the water, giving boats a fair chance. Whether you make the A final or E final or anything in between, you still get the opportunity to show your stuff.
I don't know. I was just looking on the course trying to see, what's going on as we come in. You have these crews crossing the line, and they're obviously gassed. So going back to the safety there, it's amazing to be behind the scenes and really get an opportunity to see the decisions that are made. As athletes, we're on the front line, and all we want to do is race. But to see like the strength of the team, Tom Rooks with his weather station upstairs, really looking out to try to make sure that we make the right decision.